All right, everybody, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about 15 tips for putting together your highlight recruiting video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel right now. Follow us on Twitter. So we're going to jump right into it. A quick way to get on the school's radars by sending in your film or your highlights or your clips, games. Remember, the only way a coach can tell if you're worth a scholarship is by seeing you compete. They need to see you play before they can decide to recruit you or offer you a scholarship. So if they're not coming to see you, this is your best chance to get your name out there and get your foot in the door. Now, your highlight video is just one way. I actually have a list of 9 reasons why players get recruited, and this is a big one, but it's only one way. So when you finish this video, make sure you head over to our other video, 9 reasons why players get recruited, and find tons of other information to help you get noticed and get your foot in the door. So number 1, when you're putting together your film, send only clips from varsity games. Coaches are not going to want to see JV or club sports or any sort of, non-varsity games. Varsity games only. Number 2, make sure that they're recent games, games within the last year. Unless you sat out due to injury for a while, it's very important that coaches are getting the accurate look at your size. You don't want to send them games that from a couple years ago when you were a few inches shorter or smaller. Make sure that they're recent. Coaches are evaluating hundreds of players at a time. They'll watch tons of tape throughout the day if they have a day to focus on this. So try to make it as quickly and easy for them to identify you by noting your jersey color and jersey number, very clearly on either the resume that you send or on the video, so they know exactly who they're looking at. If possible, number 4, send clips that are edited of just you. They may ask for game copies, which is fine, but when you're sending, make sure that it's mostly just you. Number 5, include 15 to 30 plays for multiple games. Anybody can have, a superstar game, but coaches are going to want to see that you can consistently compete against great competition. Number 6, keep your under 10 minutes. Try to keep, put your best foot forward and your best clips against the toughest competition in the beginning of the tape to try to hook them. To be honest, coaches are flipping through tons of film, tons of resumes, tons of information, and they're skimming. So if you can hook them early in the first few seconds, that's what's going to seal the deal for you. I get asked a lot, what's more important, highlights or game film, and they actually both are. Some coaches prefer just to kind of skim through some highlights once they get a feel for you, and if you're a good fit for their program, they're likely going to ask for copies of full games. And again, the best competition where you're playing well is what you're going to want to send. They are evaluating, the strength of competition, so try to put your best foot forward with that. Number 8, show as many position-specific skills as possible. Coaches are looking for well-rounded players, and just because you don't have the ball in your hand scoring a touchdown or a basket or whatever, there's a lot of other skills and abilities they're going to want from their players, so you can show them your blocking abilities, how you compete when you don't have the ball in your hand, and how you try to help your teammates, how you assist your teammates. Number 9, no music is necessary, so don't waste your time. A lot of coaches actually are watching it on mute anyway, so it really doesn't matter, and it's just something that's time consuming that's not necessary. Same goes for a fancy cover. I'm sure it's fun to put together, but it's not necessary, and it's just another thing that's going to take more time to get the film in the coach's hands, so just skip it. Number 11, send your student athlete resume with highlights. Like I said, coaches are skimming through the information, so they're going to put your film on and they're going to skim your resume. We have copies of this in our book that's available on our website, 1001recruittips.com. It's also available on Amazon. It might be available on our website, but coaches are looking for the pertinent information, your size, your contact information, coaches' information and contacts, your parents' contacts and their information, your academic background, your tons of information. So be sure to head to our website or purchase our book to get more details on this. Number 12, Try not to send it to generic email accounts such as, softball@villanova.edu or whatever college you're sending it to. Try to get an actual person. We go into detail about this in our book and on our website. So you need to try to track down the coach that recruits your area or that recruits your position or grade, and you're going to try to reach out to them directly. You don't start with the head coach, you're going to start with an assistant. If you don't hear from them, you can try, other people on the staff that we'll talk about later. Number 13, you must follow up a few days after sending. I'm not joking when I say coaches are just watching tons of film and flipping through mail and emails. They get tons of stuff all week long, all year long. So most likely if they see you and you just jump off the page or video with them, they're going to add you to the database. They're going to contact you. But it's also worth your time to call and follow up. Make sure somebody's watched it. Sometimes, they're going to sit there for a while. But I know if you can be persistent, without being too persistent, you don't want to call every day or email or bug them. But if you call, a few days after you send it, you're polite. You try to talk to a couple people to see if somebody can watch your film and try to get some feedback. So it's an important step that you need to follow up after you send it. Number 14, if you don't get a response, within a few weeks or a month or so, try grad assistants or try the director of operations or a coach within the program. Reach out. You can also try the generic email address. I just wouldn't start there first. But if you're not hearing back from an assistant coach, then maybe work yourself down the totem pole a little bit and see if there's another person that could watch your film. These people that are lower within the program are trying to kind of earn their keep and get promoted. So if they can find a diamond in the rough or watch some of these, get the right player to the right coach, that's going to help them out too. So don't feel bad about reaching out and trying to ask for help from other people on the staff. You just don't want to be too persistent. And number 15, use social media to get your highlights out there. There's no time like right now. You guys have no excuse for not getting yourself out there, getting your foot in the door. It's free, it's accessible. You can reach out to find people directly, DM them your stuff, message them, send them links. They may not watch it, it may not work, but it's just another part of casting your net, of getting your information out there in a very effective and cheap way. So finally, more ways to get noticed. So if coaches aren't coming to you, then you're going to have to go to them. Worked with a lot of great programs and a lot of great players, and a decent amount of them, at least half, came to us first. We may not have contacted them first. They may have come to us. And some of these players were legends within our program, starters, big impact players. So, if you're interested, start doing the footwork yourself and go find these programs that you're interested in and reach out to them. That's the way to get your foot in the door. You also need to watch our 9 ways to get noticed. Video is a really great way, but it's not the only way to get noticed and get on coaches' watch list. So check out our other tutorial. Check our website for this article or our book. This is a key part of the recruiting process and the number one thing you need to go to next. Also watch preparing your student athlete resume video. Like I said, they're skimming for things that jump off the page, so I'm trying to help you guys make it as easy as possible for the coaches for them to find you. And lastly, be sure to subscribe to our channel now for more and new information, and I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, 1001 Recruit Tips. Head to our website, 1001recruittips.com. Have a great day and good luck.